Hey Maya, turn me up. Hey, check it, man, it's the hot seat. Real raw rap, when I say rap, I'm talking hot tea. Find out all that's popping in the real streets of NC, where all the legends come and tell their stories that you can't beat. Yeah, that's the hot seat, tell me, do you feel me? It's the one platform you know will keep you rocking, where you can be the headline and I'll tell you if you poppin'. Where everybody come to see if they can stand the fire, cause you know it's hosted by the realest. Hey Maya. What's good, y'all? It's your girl Ashley and Maya, and baby, y'all already know I'm back. It's the real, the raw, the rap. It's the hot seat. I got my boy XBrodie.
What's up? What's up?
In the building. Oh my goodness, I feel real geeked to like sit down and talk with you for real. For real. How you feeling?
I feel good. I'm actually happy to be here. I'm as happy as you are.
Yes.
I'm a fan. I love being able to get a chance to talk outside of just the songs. You know,
yeah.
Get people the opportunity to understand what I be thinking about sometimes.
Okay, and that's what we're gonna do here, because I definitely have quite a few things I want to talk to you about.
Let's
you know what I'm saying?
Let's get into it.
Yes, we're gonna get into it. But the first thing, I gotta make you uncomfortable a little bit first. You ready?
That's cool.
Okay. So the first thing that we always do on all of my interviews is called the base segment. Okay. The base segment,
okay.
Right?
Yep.
And that's where you brag about yourself.
Oh, that's
okay.
Yeah.
And so basically, your resume, whatever it is that you want to tell, you have a minute to do that. Okay, you got 60 seconds.
I'm hyping myself up.
You hyping? I want you to give yourself your flowers before I do it.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you hear this sound, that's it.
That's when I'm done.
Okay. You can handle that, right?
I can do that.
All right, bet. So go in the camera. Go ahead. Go off.
Well, first of all, I'm XBrodie. There's only one on one. There's just me. One of the most empathetic people that you'll ever meet. I can put myself in anybody's shoes. So I'm a very understanding person. Definitely a gift giver. I love to do things for people to make them happy. But outside of that, I am a newt. So I do know how to.
He had to throw that.
I do know how to take care of you in all places. You know, I definitely eat for my pleasure, if you will. You know, him for sure. Let me see what else I got. Was I not supposed to go?
You do what you want to do.
Yeah, we you know, lover boy for sure. Now I can sing to you. Most can't do that. You know, I'm gonna bring the best out of you, regardless of what it is. You know, make sure you get yours before I get mine. That's it. That's in the song.
So we.
That's in the song.
I mean, I know it's real raw rap. You know what I'm saying? But we raw out here. That's what we're doing. That's all I need to know. Okay, we ready for the questions?
You said be honest.
Let's do it. Okay, so I want to start in the beginning. One fun fact that I learned about you, and it's something actually that we share in common.
Yeah.
Growing up, Mom won't play in the rap game. She wasn't playing about the rap. She wasn't playing about music, right? So I want to know a little bit about where you come from and how you grew up. Was Mom churchgoer, or was it just how was your experience in your childhood?
Churchgoer is an understatement. She was a church liver. We lived there. It was
revival, Sunday school.
Wednesday night Bible study. We was there every day. So my mom was a very she wanted to do her. At this age, I know that she wanted to do her best to make sure that we stayed out of trouble. And one of the best ways to do that for most black parents, single moms, is obviously bringing you up to the church. Keeping you out of things. So she did not let me listen to rap music. I could only listen to the Now This Is What I Call Music CDs. So it was Nelly and Bow Wow and Justin Timberlake and all that. Which I thank her for that now, because my music ranges way further than what most artists do, because I listen to all types of music. But at first I had to be a gospel rapper. Yep, I was MC Spirit.
Oh, let's get it, MC Spirit.
You can
Come on,
it's on
get in the room.
It's crazy. I was going on church tours and I was rapping in churches. I sold 500 CDs at in 7th grade. I was with backpack full of CDs. I'm signing CDs, taking pictures with kids. People coming to me. I'm talking about I'm young, 7th, 8th grade. They're like, oh my God, my son this lady grabbed me one day and was like, my son almost took his life, and he said he listened to your rap and your song and your story, and it made him feel like he wasn't judged anymore. And it was still interesting, but eventually it got kind of bad, because I'm a rebel, so I was the type of person where I felt like I couldn't get my message out by simply just talking hallelujah all the time, which all respect to that, but I started viewing the church a little different than what most would, questioning things, and I wanted to make music that represented what I was going through. You know, my father not being around, and depression, anxiety, all these different things. And I was like, it's not bad music.
Yeah.
So I started writing that stuff, and you know, long story short, eventually ended up me getting kicked out of my house and shit at 15.
Wow.
You know, so I was homeless at 15, and then I started couch hopping and shit, get to college or whatever, and
Wow.
the music has really been like a
Has kept you.
Oh yeah.
So what's your relationship now with Mom?
Oh, it's all gravy. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, we had a good conversation. She came to my house and she was walking on eggshells for the longest, and I was like, we gotta have this conversation now. I've matured enough to understand that you only did your best. You didn't know no better. I can't expect you to know better. Like your parents didn't teach you nothing. So I didn't come with an instruction manual, and I'm a lot of a person. Like I know, you know. So it's hard for me to deal with me. So let alone a single mom doing it. You were just doing your best. So to me, it's like you know, it's more of those like bygones be bygones. I know your intentions were well, so I'm not really pressed about having beef with that. So we're good. Everybody's good though.
Wow. So I want to get a little bit into homelessness at 15. The lessons you learned throughout that time that kind of feed into your music, because I'm pretty sure like you grew up fast. You know. So how was that?
I feel like at the time, at that age, it's hard to really process what's going on. You're just in like a fight or flight response. I learned fast that family isn't based off of blood. It's off of people that care about you. So, I stayed with like, this girl who was at the studio with me. Somehow something told her that I was on the road, and she just came and scooped me up one day. And I stayed with her and her grandmother, and it was like, it was cool, I was in a place, but it wasn't home, because I was like laying in like a storage room or something, So it was like, it was interesting. And then the deal with them was I could stay there until I graduated high school. The day of graduation, all my shit was in the front lawn. So I was like, oh,
they were serious.
Oh yeah. So I called a friend of mine, a Hispanic guy, and I ran down there. He lived a few miles down, so I walked all my shit down there, jumped through his window, and I would just crash on his floor for a bit. Like his parents didn't even know, because I was on the other side of the trailer. So I just crashed on the floor, hop out the window to catch. For some reason, we were still in school like after graduation. We were still finishing up things. So I was still catching the bus, hopping to the window, catching the bus. Eventually, was like, yo, we got to tell my parents that you're staying here. Cool. So boom, we eventually was like, hey, look, he's been staying on the floor. Can he crash in my room until he gets to college? They're like, yeah, for sure. Is he working? I work. I was working at a grocery store. I told him I'll pay for food. I'll give you whatever you need. I just need a place of shelter. I don't want to be outside. So they let me do that. I stayed I was like, well, I couldn't get a bed, so they had a pool in the backyard, and I took the floaty from their thing. I would lay on that little blow up floaty thing, and I crashed on that till school. I went and grinded it out. My principal, I didn't have my family with me, so my principal dropped me off at school, and it was like one of those things where I put a battery in my back. Was like, I gotta make this worth it. Like, this can't be it. So that's why you see me go so hard with the music. You see me really try to make people feel open to be vulnerable and to feel, because that shit was like numbing me at one point. Like I was getting like cold. I would walk out of class and cuss my teachers out, just wow, just doing whatever. But I think for me, it just taught me that I am like, I do have a survival instinct in me. Like I'm I won't even say I'm built different, but I just appreciate me for choosing me at such a young age to grind it out. And the crazy part is I could have went back home. Mom isn't gonna let your son stay out, especially when it's not a bad kid, that long. But I consider we were poor, and there was 4 kids. So my mom had me and my sister, and then my stepdad had a son and 2 sons. So we were like eating they would pre-pour our cereal. We would eat those little banquet meals. We would be hungry as hell a lot of times. So I had briefly talked to my sister and asked her how things were going. She was like, and we eat more, like I get to play more sports now. I'm like, wow. I'm gonna stay away so y'all can. That's one less mouth y'all gotta feed. I got me. Just make sure you go crazy with them. And I think that sparked something in my mom to like look at the world a little different. Don't be so traditional. So my sister got a little bit of pressure off of her, and then now, man, we even though they're both pastors still, their minds are way different because I've taught them to be.
You're a PK. Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that adds a whole nother layer onto this. Yeah. That is, it's crazy because the epitome of you never know.
Yeah.
Is what I literally just got. You just never know.
Nope.
So, the man that you are today, right? How does the little boy that went through all of those things, how does he now transpire as the man who now has to form different relationships with people? Who are you when it comes to just having relationships with people?
You remember, even with the Bay thing, I was saying how empathetic I was. I'm an empath, so like I connect with people. I don't want anybody to ever feel like alone like I did at the time.
Yeah.
Like I want everybody to feel understood. I think that was the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to be understood at the time was the problem,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't given that space. So anybody that I'm around from all walks of life, you'll know that I am a person that gives you that space to simply exist. And I can't take all credit. It takes a village to raise a person. And then my manager, that's like my mentor. Like, it's shit. I would not be as organized and together now at this, point in my life as I would without him. I got friends, female. A lot of my friends are females, and they're breeders, and you're black, and they teach me how to, to be a real dude, like not to be somebody that's shallow. So I understand a lot about the world because I read and because I, through experiences. I don't let the experiences define me. I think life happens. We get to choose. I don't think anything like happens for a reason, right? I think things happen, and the God part of it is that you get to choose a reason. See, there's like a path every time. So anything happens to you, it's not like God was like, oh yeah, I'm just making him suffer. I'm gonna make this woman suffer. I'm gonna make this person suffer. Things just happen coincidentally. However, the difference is that with God and evil is that you get to choose where you want to go. So I've always been at a crossroad where to choose, and sometimes I ended up in an asylum at one point because in college I was suicidal and drinking crazy, and like so I ended up in a place with walls higher than you could ever imagine. Like, yo, like what the fuck? Like, what am I doing here?
Yo,
but I used that to help people while I was in there too, though. Like, it was crazy. I said it was a shitty situation, but it was somebody that with me being who I was, there was people in there that wasn't getting the right kind of help. So I was talking to folks in there, helping them out through their shit during my time there. So when I left, boom, brought that kind of experience with me. So again, every situation that I get in, I'm like, I'm going to choose God, which I feel like we all got a bit of God in us. We all are gods of our own lives, meaning we get to choose what our life is like. So I take that with me with the music. I take it with me on stage. I talk about these things before I perform. I mention these things in songs like Smile. People like the songs like good song, but like people don't hear like things I throw in there where I say, let me ask before I touch it, because if not, I'm in the wrong. I got you. Like, I throw that in my music because there's a lot of shit out here. People don't say that. Like, girl, give me this, and I'll take the pussy. I'm like, what? Why are you screaming that? That's crazy. Like, like every, you know what I'm saying? Like, 2 out of 3 people, has experienced sexual assault. That means you're home. Somebody close to you, bro, is doing this shit. Yeah. So I'm not about to promote it in my music. So like, again, I put my message out. It's in there. You just gotta like listen. So I try to use that. I just use it.
I'm so glad you just said that, actually, because I want you to do something for me. Okay. Okay. So you just talked about some of your lyrics and how you put your story really in your lyrics, but it's not necessarily like your raw story. It's more so of like the lesson, right? Of some of the things that you've been through. So the one part of whatever song that you really want people to like zone in, or something that they probably miss. Can we get a little bit of that?
Oh man.
Anything. Any of your songs. Give us a second.
Let me see. No, I'm gonna call you my baby. Tell you I love you in 2 different languages. Love when I'm open, hate when I'm famous. Love when I'm bitten, hate that I'm sinning. Oh, hate that I'm sinning. You believe Jesus, I believe women. I believe you when you told me I'm different. I'm always on you when I tour in the city, but when I leave girls back to your niggas. I call you out on them, but what's the difference? I got mine. So I mentioned the part like you believe Jesus, I believe women. Like me being in the experience that I had with the church caused me to run the opposite way of religion. So like it got dark, I was like, all right, like, this can't be it. So I started finding love in the wrong places, right? So I started trying to find love within whatever a female would tell me was right, which was obviously I could only get that affirmation through sex, which I was just doing it, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that that's a traumatic type of situation. Not having a relationship with my mother was like I was just trying to find comfort in all types of shit, and it was always just that. So like you know, I was saying that you believe Jesus, I believe women. I mean, like anything that, you know, I was trying to find my confidence through that. I didn't realize that I was just dealing with insecurities at the time. So like which insecurities means it's inner. It's something that you have to fix first, and then you can't find that from other people, because then, you know, with my ex, she broke me really bad because
I'm so glad you said that. Let's get into the heartbreak piece of like how this has become a brand, right?
Yeah. So originally, with it being heartbreaking, you know, obviously you see the break in the hearts that I do. It was, you know, obviously about dealing with hurt, man. You know, I think, you know, for guys, we're not taught to be vulnerable. So the moment we get vulnerable with a female, like, it's a scary place to be, you know, especially when they know so much about you and they can pull that stuff out of you. I blamed my ex for a long time for the stuff that she said and did, but it's like I realized over time that you can't attack something that's not already there. The shit she was saying I already felt about myself, so she wasn't the problem, it was me. If you read that in the 4 Agreements, you know that, you know, you don't take things personally, because all that stuff is usually you're projecting. It's all in you is what you're feeling. So the broken heart over time changed to be what I call now 2 sides of the same heart.
Well, let me tell you, you'll be reading for real.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, 2 sides of the same heart is my brand now, with the concept of just, you know, humans are so much, right? Like if we go to a certain club tonight, you're not gonna this XBrodie at you or something. It ain't gonna be that. It's you know what I'm saying?
We got
but at the same time I'm this. At the same time I was broken at a time. At the same time we could be spiritual. At the same time, like, it's so many sides of a person that, you know, that exists, and like we're always trying to box ourselves in, and I think that's what's driving us crazy. Is like we're trying to be a thing. Like, no, I'm just that. I just exist. I don't want to be black excellence. Like I am just black. I'm just me. That is excellent enough. I don't gotta be a fucking black doctor to be excellent. You could be black and do whatever the fuck you want. That's making you happy. You're excellent enough. Like I just like eventually stopped chasing perfection. I was fine with the cracks. I was fine with the damage. I was cool because I defined it all as experience and just energy. It was all just things that are just happening, and I get to define how, you know, they're going to define me. And then the way I connected with people is that I think we're all connected as a human race, right? So 2 sides, same heart. You know, just maybe we came out different. You from a different place. So 2 sides, everybody part of the same heart. So, you know, I imagine a stadium, you know, full of thousands of people, and I just hold my heart up, and the rest of them hold theirs, and it's a thing that's connecting. Whatever color, whatever walk of life, it don't matter. Like I'm talking about, I'm welcoming everybody. I support people like crazy. Like if it's protect black women at all costs, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm protecting people that are transgender, people that are gay. I don't give a fuck where you come from in life. I just know that we all exist as humans, and we just trying to make it. So that's just how that's where the heart kind of changed to. Is more or less. So nothing's broken about me. I'm good. I just got some experience, smiles on me.
I love that. I just love everything that you're about, and I love how, like, even with just listening to your story, where you could have been, you know, where you could have been, had your story, have you, like you said, you chose, right? And that's amazing. So now, after we have bundled up the childhood and, you know, some of the teenage life and young adult, what you out here opening for, like, Lil Baby?
That's him. That's
you
my
know,
manager,
yeah. So let's talk about some of those experiences. Like, what are some of your favorite performances? How was it when you did get the chance to open up for him?
You know, opening up for a bigger artist is stressful as hell.
Really?
Like, you know, because you have to. It's kind of like the comedian opening up for the main comedian. It's like almost like.
You better be funny.
Yeah, we ain't come to see you, so you really gotta be good. You know, so. I'm a people person, so you know, with those shows, my manager, you know, and my team at Vanity Ventures, we connected with some people, and you know, a good manager will put you in rooms that you probably shouldn't be in, and that's kind of what that was. It was like one of those things where I mean, I know I'm deserving in terms of my art, but it's just like that wasn't where I was in my career yet. But opening was dope. It was just trying to create the songs that the crowd was going to be, and that's where that song "Love Tonight" came from. So. The Lil Baby show was probably one of my favorite, but I think my favorite experience was opening and talking with Glorilla.
Really?
Yeah, she probably like, she really like chill. Like she didn't hug me and wrap her arm around my neck and she.
So in real
She
life,
yoked me up like that.
I'm weak. Not. Hold on.
Yeah, for sure. I was like, hold up, now I wasn't even working out then. So she just yoked my little ass up, man. But she was cool, man. She was like, we ended up talking too much. They were like, hey, we gotta go. Like, call me on stage. Like she was like, all right, we'll talk to you a little later. And you know, she went to do the thing, and then I got to watch her kind of just go. And I mean, I've done a lot of shows, man. I've been booed at some shows, right? I did one show in Greensboro. Yeah, it wasn't really my fault. DJ kind of.
But you see how that is your own. You right here in North Carolina. Y'all up there booing this bar.
Yeah,
I'm ashamed. But what was that like though? What happened?
You know me, see, that's again, I might have not been built that way if I didn't go through the other experiences. So you can't really, I pledged too, so, you know, I'm made, so it don't really, that ain't gonna really shake me too much. It was weird though, cause I'm like, it's like during my real life, I really try to be an advocate for black people. Like, and then to see my people like do me like that was kind of like, but I get it, you paid a lot of money your time is precious, so I don't take read the 4 agreements. I don't take it personally. It ain't have shit to do with me. Them people didn't know me.
Yeah.
It was just like, hey, look, I paid extra money to see. I don't know who was it. Boogie was there.
Okay.
And obviously we do way different music. Too, so I'm
Yeah.
a singer, nigga.
Right.
So it was like, you know, they came to see him and they be trying to like, you know, most of these party promoters they try to wait to get the last moment to get that man on the stage. Like if they can get it 3 o'clock in the morning, they're gonna wait so that you buying from the bar and doing all types of shit to them. But so it's like you've waited all this time and then here I come, like, you know, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, like, all right, bro, you going on? And they're like, all right, we got our performer today, and they're like anticipating the person they came to see, and it's
and
like,
bro,
XBrodie, who?
That's so crazy.
Yeah, so it was, I mean, but it's a good experience because
Yeah.
you get used to like being able to, you know, battle crowds and but most shows have been good though.
Yeah.
Outside of that specific show, like the ones at Star Bar and Love Lounge with the Little Baby joint. Little Baby joint had that rocking. When Love Tonight came, you don't wanna fall in love tonight. When that shit hit, it was crazy, bro. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Tell me this.
My
Why
ex was in the
R&B?
building too.
Oh, whoa. So
That
did
was
you?
cool. Oh yeah.
So did you?
It was like one of those we saw each other thing, and then like I had this big ass poster. I had already bought the DJ a drink. So all you hear all night
I promise.
is XBrodie in the building opening up for Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't tell me.
That baby went home and cried.
night.
She went home and cried
Oh,
at night.
man.
I'm so sorry, sis. You should have just.
That shit was
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying?
That was a crazy experience.
Wow.
Man. It wasn't even like it ain't like we got a problem or anything.
Yeah.
It was just how much better can things get?
That's crazy.
That gotta be a crazy moment to
So, why R&B?
I don't really know. I don't do R&B.
Okay.
Like I think my music's more like most of the time it's more. I guess it is R&B. See, when I think R&B, I'm thinking like Tank and you know like.
But see, you can make your own version of R&B.
Yeah, I think it's like a different version. I think, you know, trap soul is kind of a thing, and that became a thing. But you know, I got songs like Smile, so it's kind of like a trap funk kind of thing. But again, when you know that my mom didn't let me just listen to rap.
Yeah.
I listen to this is what I call music CDs.
Yeah.
So I'm a mixture of all types of shit. I'm listening to Green Day all the way down to Boozy. Like it don't really.
Yeah.
I just love music, so I do whatever my voice can do.
Yeah. See, and then listen, let me tell you, you brought it up a couple of times, and it's personally one of my favorites from you. So please just give me the chorus of Smile, please.
Please. Can you start with me?
Oh, come on.
All right, she was a
Okay.
She was a waitress on weekends. I used to rap during the day. She was serving them tables while I was serving that bass. She loved the songs you made love to, so we made love when I played. Then it's back to your place. I put a smile on your face, girl. I put a smile on.
Hey.
I put a smile on your face. I put a smile. All right, everything. It's just that's all you get for free, though.
I love it. See, you're gonna have to pay him. You're gonna have to pay him for the rest. XBrodie, everybody, go ahead and tell me what can we look forward to you, what you got coming up soon, what can we purchase tickets for, what's up?
Yeah, so I just started, just got a website. Y'all should actually tap in with Craft Ave. Sandy over there, she's actually one helping me make these hats. So we got hats available, the 2 sides of the same heart brand. We got shirts, you know. Aim up a heavenly path for one hell of a future is my new little slogan.
Okay.
Album's out right now. Then I Fell in Love, a beautiful album. Man, I shows.
There you go.
We're trying to be different with that, and you know, my manager is trying to actually put together things that actually benefit artists and not just try to eat off of people like a lot of and calling people out. But there's a lot of people that, you know, like they just eat off of people's passion and desire to try to make it. They at home eating. Now we trying to give back. So, but yeah, so we got that coming up, and just, you know, just tap in at XBrodie everywhere. Got a bunch of shows coming up. But I'll be hosting that. And yeah, that's where we are.
Well, listen, I gotta tell you, like I said, you gave yourself your flowers first, so now it's my turn.
Oh man.
Listen, like, you are the full package. Like, everything about you. Continue to do what you do and be who you are, because like you said, you're not just one thing. You are so many things, and I learned so much about you today that just makes your music even more like, dang, like, yeah.
Appreciate
That's definitely in the car, throw my boy on. Like, most definitely. So like I said, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much for not forgetting where you come from too.
Absolutely.
Not forgetting about your people, and just supporting your people the way that you do, because it is needed.
Oh yeah.
And listen, I hope this is not the last time that I get to sit down and chop it up with you.
What we gonna do?
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's bigger and better on both sides.
Absolutely.
The next time we come back together, right?
It's never grow. We gotta keep going.
Yes, so thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, it's my boy XBrodie. Make sure y'all tap in with him. Of course, you're seeing his social media pop up on the screen. If you want to tap in with me, you know that you want to book an interview, make sure you hit me up, www.ashleyyamaya.com. It's easy. Go to the Hot Seat page and click book interview. That's all you gotta do. Okay? Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, as always, to the YouTube channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified anytime I drop an interview. You feel me? Or anything that I drop. Because there's more than that going on down. See, what was that?
It's that water
bottle. It was that water bottle I was looking for. But, again, make sure y'all tap in with me. It's your girl, Ashley Amaya. Y'all already know, baby. It's the real, the raw, the rap. It's the Hot Seat. And we're out.